Very good morning, dear students. So, today we continue with the remaining part of the lesson, The Adventures of an Understudy. Yesterday's class, we saw the king, the acting king Rassendyll, who is duplicating the real king Rudolph, taking a round around the city as a custom before the coronation. He is accompanied by Marshal on his right and Sapt on his left. So we continue from paragraph 12. Please keep your textbook open. Okay. The scene was brilliant as we rode slowly to where the royal palace stood. So, from the entry, he is taken on a royal horse, the kingly one, to the palace. So, there is a distance, and the marshal of the army and colonel on each side. This man who is acting as king is going to the street. Street means a road to the palace. Every house was hung with red and decorated with flags. So, every house was decorated, and the red flag was glowing in every house, and everyone was decorated, and the people are excited and overjoyed because they are going to have a new king. The streets were lined with raised seats on each side. So people were gathered, people were waiting, crowded on both sides. I passed along, bowing this way and that. When the Prime Minister or someone goes, you might have seen in the TV, they're just on both sides of the road, the people greeting. Under a shower of cheers, blessings and waving handkerchiefs, the people are cheering up the newly crowned king. The balconies were full of brightly dressed ladies who clapped their hands and curtsied. Curtsy means it's like bowing one leg and paying the respect. That is called courtesy. So they all did that. The ladies on the balconies in brilliant dress, they decorated themselves, their houses, and they are cheering up the new king who is moving. A torrent of red roses fell on me. Lots of red roses, they are showering on this man. One bloom lodged in my horse's mane. The hair on the neck of a horse is called mane. Okay. And I took it and stuck it in my coat. Somebody threw the flower and it fell on the horse, and he picked it and put it on his pocket. The marshal smiled grimly, very cheerfully. The marshal smiled. The red rose for the Elfberg's marshal, said I gaily, and he nodded. So he said, it is the red rose for the Elfbergs, the king's family, and he smiled. I have written gaily, and a strange word it must seem, but the truth is that I was giddy with excitement. So he says, in this I said gaily, cheerfully I have written. But then, truth is that I was not cheerful. I was feeling giddy. You know, what's the meaning of giddy? Even in the assembly, you feel giddy, right? You feel dizzy, and some students fall. That is called giddiness. So he was feeling that. He was feeling giddy with the excitement, not very cheerful. At that moment, I almost believed that I was in very truth the king. So, by acting, and by receiving all this, he could really feel that he was the real king. Well, we went by, and then the marshal, turning round in his saddle, waved his hand. Saddle means it's a seat at the back of the horse or the other animal for riding. So he waved his hand. The soldiers closed round us so that the crowd could not come near me. So they just made a barricade. The soldiers made it so that the people will not press over to him. We were leaving my quarter of the city and entering Duke Michael's. Here, Black Michael of Strelso was a hope, a hero, and a darling. So now they left that place and coming to the area of Black Michael. There, people were very happy with him. He was a darling, pet of those people. This action of Marshall showed me more clearly than words what the state of feeling in the town must be. This action, which action? He waved his hand, and all the soldiers closed round them so that the people could not come near. So the people there wanted Michael to be the king. This is another king, yes or no? So the marshal wanted to save the king from the crowd. With that, he understood what is the mentality of the people there. But if the fate made me a king, the least I could do was to play the part handsomely. He thought that if at all I have become the king, I will play my part perfectly. Why this change in our order, Marshal? Said I. So he is asking why the order has changed. It is more prudent, sir, he murmured. It is better to be more careful. I stopped the horse. Let those in front ride on, said I, till they are 50 yards ahead. Let the other group go ahead. Earlier it was the king who was going ahead and the army was behind. Now he is telling, let the army go and clear the way. But you, Colonel Sapt, and my friends, wait here till I have ridden 50 yards. So in front and back they protected the king. And see that no one is nearer to me. I will have my people see that their king trusts them. So you leave one group, go ahead, one group at the back, and I will be there. So people will also think that I trust them. I don't need a bodyguards. Sapt laid his hand on my arm. I shook him off. Sapt was not very happy with that idea, so he just caught the hand, but he took off. The marshal hesitated. Am I not understood? He said. Did you not understand what I say? The marshal gave the orders. I saw old Sapt smiling into his beard, but he shook his head at me. The colonel shook his head and smiled. If I had been killed in open day in the streets of Strelso, Sap's position would have been a difficult one. So he can be killed because the people wanted Michael to be king, yes or no? So he says, if I have been killed in an open day, in the public, if I am killed, Sapt would find difficult to handle the situation. So I, riding alone, entered this barely decorated part of town. It was more interesting, for I heard the comments of the crowd. So till now he was well protected by the army. Now he was going alone and he could hear the kind of comments made by the public. Now these are the comments. If he is red, he is right. If he is red means if his color of hair is red, he is right. That means he is from the king's family. I had already told you all in the introduction that the similarity between King Rudolph and Rassendyll is that their hair is red, the brilliant red color of the hair. So the old ladies are commenting, oh, we have a red hair, he has a red hair. That means he is clear descendant of the king's dynasty. I laughed and took off my helmet so that she might see that I was of the right color, and the crowd cheered me at that. So when he heard the comment of that old lady, he took off the helmet and he wanted to show the real color of his hair. He looks paler than usual, said one. But this man looks little pale. He looks more whitish than the normal color, said somebody. He is a bigger man than I thought, said another. Oh, I thought he is not this much big, but he is big enough. So he had a good jaw under that beard, after all, commented a third. Oh, his jaw. Jaw means the lower part of your face below your mouth. So they have seen the other king, of course. There is a similarity, not the typical or exact way. So they are making different comments. The pictures of him aren't handsome enough, declared a pretty girl. A beautiful girl said that no, in the picture he doesn't look this much handsome. But in spite of these signs of approval and interest, the mass of the people received me in the silence. So many were commenting like this, but the huge crowd, they received him in silence and with the silent looks. Means they were silent and angry because they supported Michael, because it is their area and they wanted him to be the king and not Rudolph. At last, we were at the church. See, in English countries, the crowning is not like the oath taking ceremony of our ministers. Always it is done in the church because European countries are all Christian. So, there will be a priest, and the priest has to anoint, put an oil onto his head and anoint or crown him as a king. So, that is the custom there. At last, we were at the church, and for the first time, the sudden sense of my audacity almost overcame me. So, already he is going to the church. People are all waiting there. For the first time, the fear mounted up to him that he is taking a huge risk. If at all they find out that he is not the real king, he will be chopped or he will be killed immediately. So, that fear crept into his nerve. Everything was in a mist as I dismounted. So, as he got down from the horse and walked on, he could see everything like mist. Means with the fear, nothing was clear to him. Suppose you are called to give a speech on the stage or in an assembly. If you are frightened, you can imagine everything will look blank, right? You might have been experienced that, yes or no? So, same way, for this man, suddenly everything turned blank and nothing he could see out of fear. I saw the marshal and sapped dimly. Dimly means without paying too much attention because he was nervous. And dimly the group of gorgeously robed priests who awaited me, and my eyes were still dim as I walked up the aisle. And he saw the priests very attractive with their attire and waiting for him as he was walking up the aisle. Aisle means the passage in the church. I saw nothing of the crowd that filled the church with fear. He did not see anybody who filled the church. Only two faces stood outside by side clearly before my eyes. Only two people he could see, and one was a face of a girl, pale and lovely. Pale means very thin and fair, and the face of a man whose red cheeks, black hair, and dark, deep eyes told me that at last I was in the presence of my brother, Black Michael. So, these two people, one was Black Michael, and other one was the fiancé of the king. And when he saw me, his red cheeks went pale all in a moment. Suddenly, when he saw him, he became yellowish and his helmet fell with a clatter. Suddenly, his helmet fell down because he never expected that he came there to become the king, because the king himself was kidnapped. And how come this man here? How did he escape and come? So he turned yellow. Till that moment, he had not realized that the king had indeed come to Strelso. He was not aware that the king had come. Of what followed next, I remember nothing. So we should remember before this what happened. That is, Rasindel, he got down from the train and he was taken by the colonel, the marshal and the team. And now he has come to the church for the anointing as the king. So that is what he means to say, that of what followed next I remember nothing. It's not that he had any memory loss, but it was the most crucial point where he is taking up as a king in front of the public. So with that fear, excitement and nervousness, he did not remember anything. I knelt before the priest. Priest means, the Christian priest, one who is performing this ritual of anointing. Anointed anointing means putting the oil and ointment, from that word. Okay, anointed my head. So he just knelt down before the priest who is going to apply oil. So this culture is followed much behind the time onwards. With the oil you are anointed. You might have heard about great King David, great King Solomon who is known for his wisdom. So all of the oath taking, first there will be a priest who put oil on their head, so anointing as a king. So then they used to keep their hand on the Bible and take an oath. So he stood before the priest and got anointed. Then I rose to my feet, took from him the crown of Ruritania, and set it on my head. So he received the crown and set it on his head. I swore the old oath of the king. So then the oath taking ceremony was taken place. Then the lady with the pale face stepped from her place and came to where I stood. So there was a lady standing with the black Michael. It was Princess Flavia. So she came. She was the fiancée of the real king. And an attendant cried, Her Royal Highness, the Princess Flavia. So, if the king is the prince, so she is the princess because she is the fiancée, the lover. Flavia put her hand in mine and curtsied low. So she also puts her hand and bent on one knee. And then came the Duke of Strelso. Then after that, the Duke came to pay tribute. His step trembled, I swear, and he looked to the right and to the left, as a man looks who thinks on flight. Flight means who looks like he want to run away because, see, he had kidnapped the king. So he is wondering, is it the real king or someone else, or how come this man is here? So he came forward, but he was trembling because he did not know what exactly is going on. So he behaved as if someone who wants to run away. Because when someone wants to run away, you look right and left and then rush out, is it not? So similarly, he wanted to run away. His face was patched with red and white. His hand shook, and I felt his lips dry and parched as he kissed my hand. Again, it is the custom that to show the honor, reverence, and submission, act of submission. That means you are submitting someone in authority. There is a custom of kissing the one who has taken up the priesthood. Those of you who are Christian, you may know when the bishop comes, okay, you kiss his ring, is it not? So this is the foreign custom that is followed till today. So here also that shows the submission, that I am under you, I am obedient to you. In order to show that, they kiss the hand of the person who takes up in authority. His face was patched with red and white. So when the Duke came, his face was red and white. Red because he was nervous. He did not know what was going on. Pale because he was in utter confusion. His hand shook, and I felt his lips dry and parched as he kissed my hand. Altogether, it was a sudden shock for him. So he couldn't understand what was going on. Resolutely means very determined, very firmly, doing my duty, I took my dear Michael by both hands and kissed him on the cheek. So as he came kneeling down to pay homage, he took him by the shoulders and kissed on the cheek. I think we were both glad when that was over. Why? Because the king who has taken over is also trembling, because he is not the real king, is it not? He has cheated, and the other man also has understood that this could be a cheat. So both of them, they were happy that the ritual was over. But neither in the face of the princess nor anyone else did I see the least doubt or questioning. Except these two, there was no one who had any doubt about what was going on. Not even the princess doubted. But neither she nor anyone dreamed or imagined that I could be other than the king. So nobody ever imagined that he is not the king. So for an hour I stood there as though I had been a king all my life. Means with that much of confidence, as though he was a king all through his life, he stood there maybe wishing the people. Everybody kissed my hand and the ambassadors paid their respect. You know what's the meaning of ambassador? Ambassador means one who is representing this kingdom to the another country. We have also ambassadors in our country from every country, and our ambassadors also are there in every country. So in a word, the meaning of ambassador means it's a king's representatives. Okay, here in this everybody kissed my hand and the ambassadors paid their respect. You know what's the meaning of ambassador? Ambassador means one who is representing this kingdom to the another country. We have also ambassadors in our country from every country, and our ambassadors also are there in every country. So in a word, it's a king's representatives. Then back we went through the streets to the palace. I was in a carriage now side by side with the Princess Flavia. She turned to me. "Do you know Rudolph?" said she. "You look somehow different today." See, she is not understanding that he is not the real king, but she could sense some difference. So she said, "Rudolph, do you know you look a bit different today?" The fact was not surprising. Which fact? That she said he looks something different. It was not surprise because he is not the same man at all. But the remark was disquieting. That caused fear. He got worried when he heard that. I said what was perfectly true. "My dear princess, it must be because nothing in my life has affected me more than the reception I have been greeted with today." See, he is speaking the truth. He said, "It is because the way I have been treated. I have never experienced such a thing in my life." What he said is true, but in a different way. She smiled brightly, but in an instant grew grave and whispered. She said in a low voice, "Did you notice Michael?" "Yes," said I, adding, "he wasn't enjoying himself." "Do be careful," she went on. "You don't, indeed you don't, keep enough watch on him, you know." She was warning him. "Did you see Michael today?" He said, "Yes, but he was not very happy." So she is telling, "I think you are not that careful about him. I think you need to be much more careful about Michael." "I know," said I, "that he wants what I have got. I know that he wanted to be the king." Bang, bang, blare, blare, we were at the palace. Guns were firing and trumpets were blowing. So the king took over his kingdom on his crown from the church, and he is marching towards the palace. So naturally, the guard of honor, the firing, the band and the guns, so they were firing to the sky to celebrate the new king's arrival. Rows of attendants stood awaiting. I handed the princess up the broad marble staircase. Then I took formal possession as a crowned king of the royal palace and wondered what the king of Ruritania was doing. So he was going ahead and he took as the king over, and he was thinking what might the real king doing. So there comes the end. The excitement heats up as Black Michael kidnaps the real king, and Rasindel is forced to keep up the pretense for longer than he expected to. The story of how he rescues Rudolph and saves the throne of Ruritania from Michael forms the story of the prisoner of Zenda. So, you need to read the remaining part of the story or the novel if you can, so that you will get to know how this novel ends.